What is up, Vapesters? How you doing? It's the Mod Father himself from the Visual Vapor Reviews. I'm your host, Michael Cobb, and today we're going to be taking a look at a stick mod by Smok. Now, normally I don't really check those out too often, and you've seen a few stick mods in my past, but today we're going to be taking a look at the Smok stick Resa. Now this thing is a cool tubular little mod. We got its tank with us, but the way I got it was some assembly required and I haven't even touched it yet. So we'll get into that in just a little bit. So stay tuned for more on the VVR. So we're going to be doing a little bit of cross video today. We're going to be taking a look at the mod. We're going to be taking a look at some of our tanks, see how things have been running since then. Oh, and check this out. Got a nice bubble glass protector for my mod. Loving it. And some new juice. So this is some of my favorite juice. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's by Lemon Twist. This is a watermelon lemonade, no nicotine. It's straight across the board fire. I'm vaping it right here in my M3 Mesh Pro. While sipping here with my midday cup of coffee. Wordski. Alright, so let's clear this up. Now, before we get into the mod, let's chit-chat about what we're doing today. Today we're going to be looking at how the dripper has been doing, the drop RDA. We're going to take a look at the Smok Resa and see what else it's compatible with. We're going to try it out with the Smok TFV 16, I think it's called. Something like that. TFV 16 or something like that. It's something in there. Alright. So when I said some assembly required for this whole mod, I wasn't kidding. We got the tank completely disassembled right here, ready to go. I got this is a let's see, this is a 40 to 80 watt, best between 60 to 70. It is a 0.15 ohm coil, not bad at all. So we'll see how well that works out and play around with it. Let's get this tank assembled real quick. Now, the coil was a little bit darker beforehand. I think this is a mesh, actually. Let me see. It looks like a mesh. I don't know for sure, but I want to get as much moisture out of there as possible. There we go. Alright, so what juice should we use today? I think I'm going to go with the Strawberry Belts by Candy King. I'm just going to paint some juice on these coil heads, and this coil head right here. Kind of wick it up, give it a chance to absorb. I kind of like these recessed juice holes because it gives you a chance to kind of let them wick up. Give them something to prime with. Alright, she's primed on the outside. I'm just going to screw the coil into the base here. Now, as a lot of Smok products are notorious for their leaking, I'm going to hope to God that this works out well. Because I've never had a very good experience with Smok coils, so we're going to hope for the best here. I'm definitely not going to fill this tank, that's for sure. Alright, we got our bubble glass right here. Tight enough. Sits flush. Looks good. Wordski. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the mouthpiece, the drip tip, the cover piece, the cap. It's got top airflow, so here's hoping. Here's hoping. I've never had good experiences with these tanks. So Every smoke tank I've had, including my first one, was disappointing. So there we go, the Smok Resa tank fully assembled. Just gonna... Okay. This thing's gonna fight me all the way, I just know it. Just gonna try and use my tool to tighten it. As tight as she'll get. There we go. Alright, let's throw her on the stick. As they... Sit on the stick. Sit on the stick. You can already see some moisture building up in there. Oh yeah. Alright. Let's give her some juice. Hope to God she works well. Alright. I'm just gonna fill her up halfway. Just enough to saturate it. Because otherwise this tank is a complete waste of juice and time and just everything in between. I really don't like Smok sticks. I know you guys can probably tell. I'm trying to see if it's leaking. She's starting. There we go. So we got some vapor production. Give me a second to get it ready to go, and we'll go from there. Alright, we're back. We got it ready to go. She's all juiced up. She's all wicked. Alright, so on the down low, great beginner kit, nothing wrong with it. It's got a nice micro USB charge port here, and it lights up indicating when your battery is full, and when it's dead it will start blinking. So let's give this thing a good vape. Not that there's such a thing with Smok, but unless it's their mods. Alright, so I'll give it that. The cloud production's definitely good. Flavor is good. I'm tasting my Candy King. But there's just something about it. Something about it that... I don't know. Ah, hold up. I need to go back to my lemonade watermelon. There we go. Alright, so first thing I notice about the Smok Resa stick, its flavor is definitely good. If it is a mesh, that is really a good, really good mesh. I like the flavor coming off it. The airflow is a little bit restrictive for my taste, but what are you going to do? You can't do much when it comes to restrictive airflow. Actually, I'm going to cut it down, believe it or not. I'm going to turn it most of the way off, see what it does. Okay. It does fire up nicely, I'll give it that. Hold on. Let's give it the leak test. Oh, alright. So it isn't leaking yet. That's probably because the pressure isn't too big, and the juice I'm using is a 70-30, so it is pretty thick, and it isn't going through the coils as fast. That airflow is loud, though. Listen to this. Very loud. I noticed that right off the bat, and I like the recess click on the fire switch. It is nice. It sits nicely in the hand. It's got a comfortable weight to it. I do like the design of it. The drip tip's nice. Definitely a nice touch. I might use it on my RDA. Very possible. I like the shortness of it, so I might try it out on the RDA when we go over to that in just a few seconds. No leak from a purge. That's not bad at all. Alright, so let's try something different on this tank. On this mod. We've got the Smok TFV 16 or whatever you call it from the Smok mag with big beefy coils. I haven't put the drip tip on this back yet. There we go. Alright, so we got the Smok TFV 16 or whatever. I'm just gonna, I don't know. What am I supposed to say? I don't know Smok mag. Well, I know Smok mag. I don't know Smok tank. So, well, obviously I do, otherwise I wouldn't be reviewing it, but you know what I mean. I'm not a fan of the Smok, so of the smoke, so I don't put it in. I don't put too much effort into knowing what the tank's name is, and plus there are so many TF series that it's not even funny. So I got the I put watermelon lemonade in this to give it a chance, see how well it fires up. Yeah, she takes a while to fire up. Probably uses a really really long draw on that. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take the M3 Pro off of this off my mag, and we're gonna try both tanks on here. Now it says it's best from 60 to 80 watts, so I'm gonna throw the Resa on here and see what she does at 66.6. Okay, she fires up a lot better. Let's kick her all the way up to 80, or 75, because I'm never going to go exact to that and with that. So 75 watts on with the Smok Resa tank on the Smok mag. Not bad at all. It does vaporize nicely. The flavor across the board is very smooth, but I think it's a little too restrictive for my taste. So let's put the Smok TF whatever on here with the watermelon lemonade, and what does it say this is best for? 80 to 110. So I'm going to go up to 80 watts with this. $80 watts. Let's see what this dectuple coil does with the watermelon lemonade. I just don't like the look of that. I mean, look at that. The tank just does not go with the mod at all. Don't get me wrong, it fires up nice, but it's a real juice sucker. I filled it up just above the juice hole lines, and it's already gone down just below. Although my watermelon lemonade is coming through quite nicely on that. Alright. So it's not a total loss. It's not leaking a ton. It's got a few drips down in the air holes. But all in all, just not my thing at all. Alright. So now that we've gone over that, let's see how this RDA, the drop, is doing with the coils I've thrown in here recently. I'm thinking of putting new coils in here very soon. There we go. Alright, let's go back down to 66.6 or 666. That's what I love about this. You can actually adjust it in 1 watt increments, so that's pretty cool. Let's see how juiced up my coils are after the time it's taken to, how long it's been sitting. Doesn't seem like it's been too bad. Cotton seems to be nice and juiced up and firing nicely. Word. Alright. Still tasting that the clouds that I had on here from when I made that video with the dirty hippie. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. I always loved the milk by Telios. That was a good flavor. If you want to see a review on the milk by Telios, it's in one of my previous videos. I'm not sure which one. It could be on the other channel for all I know, but be sure to check it out. It's a good video. I liked doing that review a lot. That was tons of fun. And in here I got that 0.6 ohm coil with the mesh with twisted salt watermelon right now. I finally run through my Salt Bay of blue raspberry lemonade, so adios amigos until next time. But all in all, I think the Smok Resa is a good starter kit. Let's see if she's leaking. I ain't seeing any juice coming down, so maybe I've solved it. Who knows? Maybe the trick's just to fill it halfway. Who knows? I'm trying to run through this juice well quick so I can put some different juice on this dripper, because the juice well was pretty well full when I had it last. In fact, so now that I've got the chance, while I'm at it, I'm gonna try the Resa's drip tip on this on my drop RDA. I like it. It does sit nice and flush. I like the blue. That's a comfortable restriction. I like it. I think I might keep it. But I do like my Delrin drip tip. That is a nice one. I always liked the small restricted ones. But 810 is definitely a better drip tip than 510. Let's try that frosted one. See how it do. That was a nice frosted drip tip. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. But notice how I'm taking pull after pull after pull, and I haven't gotten a single dry hit yet. That's because the juice well was so full. In fact, I bet I haven't even gone through it yet. Nope, she's still lickety split wicked. Man, that juice well was full as heck. Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's take a break for a sec. Talk about what's going on. So, as you guys can see, the Smok Resa stick is definitely a good stick mod. I like it. It definitely isn't horrible. It's not the worst Smok stick I've ever gotten my hands on, and I've had some pretty bad ones in my time. I'm just gonna grab a paper towel to wipe up that juice. Because when you set a drip tip down, the juice kind of pools. There's nothing you can really do about it. But all in all, I think it's a pretty good little stick. I wonder if it'll run my Mesh Pro. I doubt it'll register because it's such a big tank and big resistance, but it does fit flush. It's the same diameter as the Smok Resa tank, so let's see. Okay, it runs. I give it that. It runs. Not bad. Not bad at all. But all in all, this is the tank that it's made for, so this is what it's going to use. I don't want to ever tilt this thing on its side because for whatever reason, I just get the impression it's going to leak again. And every time I've used a stick like this or a smoke tank, I've gotten leakage really bad, and I've had pools and puddles of juice. It's just so bad. So, what do I think of the Smok Resa? I think it is definitely a good tank. I think it's definitely a good stick. It's a nice beginner system for those of you just starting out on vaping, getting off those icky sticks, going from those intermediate cigalikes to something with a little more vapor production and flavor. I like the flavor that comes off it. I think that all in all it would be a good starter kit. So I don't have too much complaining to do about it. I think that all in all it's more down to what you prefer as a user. So if you guys are looking to get into starter kits, that's definitely one you should pick up. There are tons of Smok stick starter kits. And it all comes down to finding the kind you like. So it's at that rate just a matter of opinion. as vaping should be. It's a customizing thing, it's a learning experience, it's something for you to grow with. Your mod should be something that grows with you as you take this journey and go down the road of quitting cigarettes. So, whether you're a pro like me using a Smok mag or a beginner using a Smok Resa, it's just who you are and what you like. Even if it's using something like an AIO kit, a wonderful starter. This thing's rugged and durable. The flavor's always on point. The coils last forever in a day plus one. So that's quite a lot to look forward to when you're starting your journey. There's so much to go into, and it's all about having the right person to help you out. I wouldn't recommend just anyone going to a vape store, picking up any old mod, and just going from there. You need someone with experience who knows what they're talking about, not just any old regular Joe off the block. If they know what they're talking about, take them with you to a vape store and have them help you out in picking your mod. Still not a single dry hit. I gotta be a vape through most of this by now. Wow. This thing's got a lot in it. Even for someone with my lungs. Huh. Wow. I could vape that probably the rest of the day and it still wouldn't dry out. Normally you take like you drop like 4 drips on your tank and it'll last you like 10 hits. This thing, it just chucks and chucks and chucks and chucks and chucks. And it doesn't leak. I haven't had much leaking trouble with this at all. I mean, I could hold it on its side this entire time, give it a few shakes, even blow it out, and nothing's coming to the side. There's just minimal airflow residual leakage. So there's no like big drops dropping out of it. That's pretty awesome. And she's still chucking. That's just awesome. Alright, I'm tired of the milk. I'm ready to go for my lemonade. So I'm just going to paint the coils on this thing. But instead of doing both coils saturated with the lemonade watermelon, or watermelon lemonade, or whatever, instead of saturating both coils with it, I'm going to saturate one coil with it, and then the other one I'm going to saturate with strawberry belts, because I just love my strawberry belts. So I'm going to mix the two, one on each coil. There we go. Now she's ready to go. Let's see what this tastes like. I've actually haven't done this yet, so I'm kind of interested and curious at the same time. Ooh, that's good. Nice. I like the flavor. So all in all, we've talked for a long time, chit-chatted, vaped, tried this tank and a stick combo out. I really liked it. I can't say much bad about it except for the leaking. So, you know, all in all, good starter kit. My only con was the leaking, and I haven't had any leaking since I've wicked it up and got it going, so no complaints. Alright guys, so we've talked long enough, we've had our fun, we've gone over how the tanks are doing, and checked out a new mod, so I'm really happy with that. And if you guys want to check out the Smok Resa stick, be sure to head on over to elementvapors.com. They have everything you could possibly need, from juice to mods and starter kits, coils, everything. So if you guys are interested in the products shown here in this video, be sure to check it out. And as always, I'm your host, the Mod Father, Michael Cobb, and these have been the Visual Vapor Reviews. Thanks so much, guys, for checking it out. Be sure to like and subscribe, leave your comments in the crotch box. Until next time, peace.